With the 11th section in the 2017 entry draft, the Los Angeles Kings select from the OHL, Windsor Spitfires, Gabriel Velarde.
All right, Pierre doesn't turn 18 until August 16th, but he's regarded as one of the best centers with size.
And that's Mark Gannetti making the pick for the Los Angeles Kings, one of the hardest working scouts they have in their organization. And talked about the Windsor Spitfires. Wayne Gretzky played for the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds when he played junior. But there's Gabe Velarde. Biggest question about Gabe Velarde, Craig, Bob, and Liam, does he skate well enough? Because we know he can score, but that's the biggest issue to the next level. Can he skate well enough?
5 of the 10 scouts I surveyed for our rankings had Gabe Velarde in the top 5. So first thing LA King fans should realize is that this draft is very much about interchangeable parts between 5 and 15. So even though we're saying there's a question mark about his skating, and there is, he looked really quick at the Memorial Cup. The scouts raved about his performance there. Last summer at Canada's under-18 camp, he was by far the best player. He looked plenty fast enough there. He had a knee-on-knee hit with Michael Rasmussen, was taken out and was not able to play for Canada at the Ivan Olinka tournament last summer. So the question then becomes, in those instances where he'd had a lot of time off before the Memorial Cup, he'd had a lot of time off before the under-18 tournament. Is this a situation where maybe when you play more games, fatigue gets to him a little quicker? He works with Barry Karn, the power skating coach for the Minnesota Wild in Minnesota. He's going to spend the entire summer there working on that. I think this is a great pick for the LA Kings.
Pick 41 to the Los Angeles Kings. Hockey is for everyone. What a story. He's the son of 2 loving moms, Fran and Nancy. Jared Anderson Dolan wore rainbow-colored tape on February 26th against Kelowna, and every teammate did the same.
Yeah, there you see him shaking hands with Pat Brisson, his agent, of course. And Jared Anderson Dolan is a really interesting guy. Yes, we know all about the great recognition he's brought for the LGBT community, but let's talk about him as a hockey player, a teammate of Kyler Yamamoto, a guy that's exploded this year more than anything. He's been a great story, 39 goals in 72 games. There's a lot of things to like. He's that prototypical, rock-solid guy, a guy that you could maybe think in terms of a left-handed Vincent Trocheck. Got that kind of ability, I think. It's going to give him time. Good pick for LA.
At the United Center, continuing coverage of Day 2 of the 2017 NHL entry draft. Very pleased to be joined by Jared Anderson Dolan from the Spokane Chiefs Western Hockey League, and now a Los Angeles King. Jared, congratulations.
Thank you.
How does it feel to put on the jersey?
Feels unbelievable. Yeah, it's a huge honor. I think you wait a long time for that moment, and once your name gets called, it's just a lot of excitement. Lucky to have my family here, so just really excited.
Did you have any idea that it was going to be the LA Kings?
I had a little bit of an idea. I had a feeling once they came around, I had a good interview with them, so I thought maybe that would be an option. And then the draft's so unpredictable, so you never really know. But once my name was called, it was a lot of relief.
You mentioned your family. Tell us about your upbringing growing up in an LGBT household and how that's shaped you.
Yeah, for me, it's normal. I know that it's a little bit unique, but for me, I don't know any other way of being raised, so it's really normal for me. And I think that kind of, recently it's allowed me to mature a lot. I've been, a lot of attention on it, and I think for me, if I can continue to voice my opinion and show that I'm proud of it, then I can make an impact in the community that way and doing my job.
You're a Calgary kid, that's where you live, but you're playing down in Spokane, Washington with the Chiefs. So what's that like? What's the adjustment like going and playing down there?
It's not too bad. It's a little bit different moving down to the States for the first time. I was born and raised in Calgary, like you said, so a little bit weird going down there the first time, but I was lucky to be put in a good situation with Tim Speltz and Don Knockbar, guys like that, and had a great billet family, so it was a pretty smooth transition.
We aired the great feature about your background and also Pride Night, which you organized there in Spokane. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. I think, like I was talking about, I think if I can, kind of raise awareness and kind of be part of that with, my parenting situation, then I think if I can have an impact on the community that way, then that's pretty special. So for me, just organizing that was very important to me, and it was pretty cool to see my teammates jump on board with that.
We saw some of the video there of you in action. Give us a scouting report. What kind of player are you? What are the strengths and what are the things you have to work on?
Yeah, I think a hardworking two-way forward. Love the offensive side of the game, want to produce, but I think think I take a lot of pride in the defensive side of the game. And then, I think my shot and my skating probably be two of my strengths. And for me as a centerman, I think I just need to continue working on getting better on face-offs, be more consistent there.
Is there an NHL player currently in the league that you try to emulate, you look up to?
Yeah, there's a couple guys, but main guy would probably be a guy like Jonathan Toews. Like I said, two-way. I consider myself two-way forward, and obviously Toews is one of the best two-way forwards in the game. So just seeing how hard he works and the type of leader he is, and the winning pedigree, I think looking up to a guy like that, I think you can learn a lot from him. So he's definitely a guy I've looked up to for a long time.
I was joking before we went on that you have an uncle that lives in Hawaii. You get to go over there in the summer and visit him, and you were telling me, well, I can't go this year because I'm going to be busy. So what is the summer like now? You've been drafted, you get ready for next season. What are the things that you got to be focused on over the next couple of months?
I head to LA on Monday for development camp, so focus on that right now, and then after just take the feedback they give me and what I need to work on, just focus on that. I think for me, being a little bit of a smaller guy, I need to just continue building my lower body and my core strength, and learn how to use my body a little bit more effectively.
I've interviewed now about over 50 guys here this weekend, and how many times I hear two-way,
yeah.
A two-way guy.
Well, hey, listen, you want to have success. That's what you got to do, right?
Yeah, I agree. I think watch a lot of hockey. I think the league's kind of shaping that way. I think, if you're not good in your D zone, then you're not going to be able to produce offensively. So I think a lot of guys are saying that just because I think that's the way the league's, it's shaping that way.
I would be one way. I just want to score. I just want goals. You're responsible.
I still think you should go to Hawaii this summer anyway. Hey, you've been training there a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Jared, great to meet you. Congratulations.
Yeah, really great.
Thanks a lot.
Good
Appreciate
luck.
it.
Marcus Phillips, who was the captain for Team Canada, the Ivan Holinka. And Reader, you've got an awesome fact about him that ties in with the Kings.
This is absolutely amazing. This is what the draft's all about. Marcus Phillips is 6 feet, 202 pounds. He plays for the Own Sound Attack in the OHL. He's a left shot defenseman. His favorite player is Drew Doughty
of the LA
Kings. But Drew's a right-handed shot. So wouldn't it be kind of cool on the first day of camp? It's like, hey, Marcus, we're teaming up with Drew. You're the lefty, he's the righty, you go to it. But he plays a lot like Drew Doughty, obviously your favorite.
That's
player.
awesome.
A very similar player, very good thinker of the game, very good offensive instincts, moves the puck extremely well, loves to jump up in the play. At 202 pounds, the one thing that scouts want to see him do more is use his body more, and that's what Drew Doughty had to do when he got in the National Hockey League. Wasn't he overly physical in junior? He was such a dynamic skater and puck mover. That's Marcus Phillips. He's very good on the offensive part of the game, sees the ice very well, passes the puck extremely well, and this is a great story. He's from Port Perry, Ontario, which is just a little bit east of Toronto, and he's going to absolutely love his first camp. And I'm sure the guy that he's going to be looking for is Drew Doughty, and if Drew Doughty's watching, guess what? He's such a class guy, he'll probably find Marcus Phillips, introduce himself right away.